Assalamualaikum to Puan Azura. My name is Muhammad Hardi bin Azrami. I'm from UiTM Pasir Gudang. So firstly, I would like to introduce myself. I'm from Kedah and I live at Sungai Petani. My hometown is at Bandar Puteri Jaya. So for this sem, I was I already completed my industrial training at UiTM Pasir Gudang, and there are a lot of things that I have learned from my industrial training. And during my training, I have encountered a lot of good people and a lot of good mentorship the assistant engineer and staff at UiTM Pasir Gudang. So my journey there is very good, and I like the experience, and also I would like to share it. So to start, first the company that I have worked is UiTM Pasir Gudang. It is located at Bandar Purnama, and also some people call it UiTM Sri Alam because it is located near Sri Alam. And the main activity of this business is academic. And during my training, I didn't do a lot of technical tasks. I was assigned to do a simple task that compromise. I do tasks that compromise cleaning and such like pasting sticker. So for the first week at my industrial training, first I must do the thumbprint. The thumbprint are important because when students come to the UiTM, they must thumbprint as a proof that they had attend the day, and also as a proof as their attendance. Next, I will start to explain for my first week at the industrial training. So for my first week, I was asked to count small electronic components like resistors, capacitors, and inductors, and transformers and coil. So this week was supervised by Encik Haziq. Encik Haziq is the assistant engineer for the electronic lab. Encik Haziq divided two groups for complete this task. I was given duty to record all the resistors and components in a logbook. After I finish all the counting for the resistor, I need to organize all the box that have the resistors in a shelf. In the shelf, or organizing all the component in the cabinet. Next, for the second week of my industry training, I was told to label component sticker. The component sticker was all distributed by my supervisor, Encik Haziq. Encik Haziq wanted all the components labeled according to their unit and register ID. There are about 6 labs that I went to label the components. All the equipment such as multimeter, oscilloscope, decade resistor, power supply, and analog multimeter was labeled carefully. I also had to record all the equipment in book. All the equipment must be recorded because to avoid any equipment loss. It can happen when the logbook is not recorded properly. Next, I had to test all the components so that they function normally to reduce error or danger when student was using it. It is very important aspect because we want to reduce any damage when students are performing lab, and also it is our duty to maintain and check all the equipment to avoid any danger in the lab, such as wildfire or any electrical shorting that can result in very serious damage. Okay, for the third week of my industrial training, I was assigned to rewire Ethernet cable in computer lab. Firstly, I was given a short brief by Mr. Haziq that after I had the breakfast, my supervisor, Mr. Hazi, had given a speech for the properties of Ethernet cables, types of cable, and how to rewire the cable for the week. And Mr. Haziq told me the first task that I need to do is I must plug out all the old wire in the ground, and then Mr. Haziq shows demonstration to me. First, I need to measure the length of the wire and plug for each PC. Second, I need to divide all PC to 1 meter because it is the new standard operating procedure. Also, our duty is to make distance as the standard operating procedure that the government had given for student. It is important to do that because we want to reduce the spreading of the virus. For the fourth week and fifth week, I basically do the same thing because we started to go to machine lab and also power lab. At machine lab and power lab, Encik Azhar have showed me how to control motor using software. The motor was controlled, and we also have recorded the torque. So to increase the torque, Encik Azhar also had demonstrated us how to increase the torque, and he also told us the important aspect of torque application in real world or in industry. We also had to do QR pasting through the UITM. The QR code is very important nowadays because before student enter the room, they must scan the QR code, MySejahtera QR code, to register their self to the government, and the data will be kept in the server. For the 6th, 7th, and 8th week, I was assigned to go to Dr. Amalina and Sir Israel. I was given a duty to help or join Ilyasa or the student that was given the duty to do in the final year project. The project that was designed was then sent to Sir Israel for deaf view. Sir Israel was very good at explaining concept, and I clearly understand about his suggestion on improving the circuit. He wanted Ilyasa to make database where the electronic project can save all the data online. This is very good improvement for the board because all the data can be recorded and checked by a user with the ID. Sir Israel also showed me the best electronic final year project that he had mentored. The project was simply a board that can be programmed to control any component the users want. It is a learning development board, and I was very happy to see it because for me it is a new experience, and I also never expect a final year project to be very complex things. And also Sir Israel have give me advice on improving my final year project. Before this, I have been using L298N as my control for the motor, and Sir Israel advised me to change it to use relay because it is more efficient and it can control more powerful motor. In a nutshell, I was very happy to be a part of UiTM worker. I really enjoy my day at the office, and I was very confused on completing. I was very focused on completing all my tasks that my supervisor appointed me to do. I also learned a lot to cope with the advancement of the technology that UiTM had used. I really enjoy my experience at UiTM, and I hope that my contribution for 8 weeks pays off because I was really focused most of the time when I was working there. And also I would like to thank you to Puan Hazura that was guiding me to completing all this video and this report. And also during my training, I've learned a lot of things that I will not find anywhere else. This is a very important for me because I must show competency level when I go to the next level, such like when I'm um, applying for jobs. So for all this experience, I can use it as to show my competency level, and so that I can compete with other students. And also the technical skills that I've learned is very decent, and I have acquired a lot of new wireless knowledge from Sir Ezreal. And also I have know how to set up database, and all of this knowledge have not been taught in a classroom. So I've acquired this during my industry training, and it really pays off. I was really satisfied. Thank you.